Okay, guys, so never mind. I've been walking for about 20 minutes. Sorry, where's the camera? Okay. And I was like, okay, I've been doing some squats, which my legs hurt. But I didn't want to do them today, so I saw this like little stair thing on the Church of God Evangelistic Association. I've never been to this church, but it looks abandoned because nobody ever comes here. So I was like, I'm going to do this video and I'll just start it out with me doing these stairs. And when I got to the top of them, I saw like this mattress. I'm sorry. I saw this mattress that it was like an old mattress, but it's already about to be 6, and I just didn't want to be there when whoever is staying on this mattress comes back. Or also too, there's holes in it, so I didn't want there to be any like rats or raccoons living in the mattress either. So I got up there and I was like, I'm not doing that. So that's what happened there. Hey guys, so we're at a different corner of my house. Oh my gosh, we're starting to get to be intimate. So it's Jay. Thank you for coming back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. Today I wanted to answer some questions that I received on one of my videos, and so I hope I can answer them. I did write some of the answers down that I had time to think about, but I did run out of space, so I didn't write everything because I have a lot to say, obviously. So let's just go ahead and jump into the video. The first question was asking me for things that I like to do for fun. So, things that I like to do for fun, and I'm not giving them in any particular order, are I like to play board games. I like to play board games like Battleship. I guess that's not a board game. I like to play like trivia questions. I like to do puzzles. And basically, by playing these games, I really like to see how you play. I want to see how your mind works. I feel like you get to know somebody and like their strategic ways or their go-to moves or how they think by the way that they play their pieces or by the way that like their technique or their method of trying to beat you. And I think that says a lot about somebody, and I think that's really fascinating. I know I like to play with my husband. I think it's like super sexy for us to go back and forth with like I'll see him do something and like I'll either take the bait or not or what have you, or even just like friends. Like I just like to see how like your mind starts thinking. I like to do puzzles. Let's see. Things I like to do for fun also is I'm a researcher. No, I'm not like in a lab researching things, but I am definitely a researcher. Like if I have a question, I will look it up. I'll go to Google and I'll look it up and I'll read like the top 2 or 3 sources, and then I'm pretty sure I'll get intrigued by something else and I'll just keep digging and digging and digging into something that interests me. And I'm a researcher. I know some people don't even don't even think about researching things, but it fascinates me. I'm a good student. I like to learn. I love digging into like history. Most recently, I really have loved researching Marie Antoinette. We did not research this in school, but it came across and I started researching and digging, and it was just super fascinating. The story was scandalous. So was Queen Elizabeth, the Virgin Queen, or even Mary, Queen of Scots, or Anne Boleyn, the scandalous story there. She was one of the queens of Henry VIII. I like to know things. I like Texas history. I like American history, and most of the time it's so intriguing to me. Like it's like a book. Like I will retain it. Like those things I remember. So I do like to research those things. Let's see. I like to, what's important to me is conserving. Like, not conserving, but kind of trying to reduce our waste. And by that I mean, our city has this recycle service where you have to get these totes and that you can recycle stuff and they'll pick it up once a week. Well, I have 3 of them. One they give you and the rest you have to pay for. And so I've bought 2. They're typically always full. It kills me, like if I'm somewhere or like let's say my recycle bins are to the top. So like I'll throw my can or my plastic bottle, I'll throw it in the trash. But it kind of like, it eats me because I feel like, no, like this isn't what we're supposed to be doing. I hate to leave the water running. I'm always like, can we turn off the water? I believe in like your food, like your banana peels, like when you peel a potato, when you peel an apple, a cucumber, whatever, like all your vegetable peels, anything that's from the earth, or even like old flowers that we've had on the table for like a month and they're old. I believe instead of throwing those scraps in the trash or those roses in the trash, I believe in like finding like I actually used to do it a lot more on my front yard, but I feel like it looks really ugly. It doesn't bother me, but like I've had a friend or two who come over and be like, why do you have orange peels on your yard? And because to me it's like they're gonna go to the ground anyway. If you put them in a trash bag, they're never gonna have the opportunity to decompose into the ground and give back to the earth. It'll never do that. It'll actually release gases and like it's just not good. But if you like, obviously I'm not saying put your boxes out there on the ground, but like food and stuff. So what I do is like, on the side of the road where like like they haven't even mowed or something, like in like a ditch, like in a ditch thing, I'll like park or something and I'll take it out of my plastic bags and I'll dump my scraps in there, because eventually in about 2 or 3 weeks they'll go back into the earth, they'll decompose. And like I believe we should all just make those efforts. It's kind of like a pain in the ass, I know, like trust me, I know it's a pain in the ass, but it's at least something. At least if I can do it, I'm happy about it. So like I try to reduce my waste. I try to eat leftovers. Of course nobody really likes to eat leftovers, but like those things are what like I have a passion for those things. What I also like to do is I like to be or what's important to me is I feel like it is our duty to vote. And then not just talking about every 4 years. I'm talking about every 2 years. I'm talking about like you vote for like your own city, like your own precinct or whatever. I believe in signing petitions. If you believe in something, I believe if you know something's going on but you're not sure what it is, I think it's your duty to to actually go to the internet and see what it is that they're voting for. Don't just like sign whatever, or don't just not sign it because you don't want to take on that responsibility. I'm kind of like a nerd when I say these things out loud, but I mean I don't walk around with like a cardboard thing like in the front, like vote for, like I don't do that, but they are important to me. Also to things that I would like to accomplish. I really completely like didn't even have any more space to write. See, but in my fireplace. But things that I would like to accomplish for sure, firsthand is I would like to accomplish freeing myself from my addictions. There's a few, I guess maybe a handful, that are really manifesting themselves in a way that I don't like, and it's killing me spiritually and physically, and I need that's just one thing I really want to accomplish. Also, not getting fit, because that's never gonna happen, but just building more muscle on my body. I feel like I'm getting weak as I'm aging, and I would like to accomplish just finding more strength or gaining more strength. And then a couple of things on my bucket list is I would like to, one of my bucket list things would be like to do some tactical training. I have a CHL, so I always have something in the car and right next to my bed. And I feel like it's very important to always be practicing and keeping your aim sharp, keeping your wits about you. But I feel like I would like to experience like a tactical training thing. Like maybe if I was maybe like a I can't think of the word. Like a simulation, if I were doing FBI training or something, or a SWAT team training, a simulation of that. I would like to do tactical training. I feel like there's no better way to actually see than by like physically putting yourself in a situation that simulates that situation, if that makes sense. That's on my bucket list. I would like to get really good at that. I would like to take trips with my mom. To places, foreign places. I would like to go to Guatemala. I have been supporting a child there for about 4 years already. She does live in Guatemala, and I would like the opportunity to see her and to meet her. So I think that's cool. There's so much stuff, you guys. I would like to do some whitewater rafting. That's on my bucket list, but I know I could never do it because I am motion sickness. I have like a video that could be dedicated completely to different experiences where I have tried different things and I could not do it. I literally was like, couldn't do it. Was sick like a dog. Even just 2 minutes on the water. I could not do it. But I would like to go whitewater rafting. Anyways, I think this video is kind of long already. I like to go on hikes. I appreciate hiking. I love it a lot. I like to go walking. I know it's hard to believe, but I do. Shit. See, this video is really long. If there's any questions you guys have about anything specifically that I said, or maybe I didn't, what's it called? I didn't explain myself enough. I like to quote movies. I can't say I'm like a movie goer per se, but I love quoting movies. I feel like I can quote movies all day long. Like you say something and like I'll just say something that like pertains to a phrase that's from a movie. I also love having good conversation. I'm interested in vocabulary. I wish I could expand mine like way more, like so much more. I believe in proper grammar, even though if you know, like I'm like, where they at though, like obviously, like, you know, I know that's not proper grammar, but like when I am speaking, I do love proper grammar. I love a good vocabulary. I appreciate good spelling. I am like such a nerd, but like I don't know. Anyways, it's already late. It's already a long video. Let me know if you've made it so far. Yeah. Okay, so thanks for stopping by, and sorry if this is kind of grainy. Yeah. Bye, you guys.